You ever look back at a moment and realize everything was fake? Yeah, she was never really my friend. So, my name's Kayla. I'm 16. I go to a regular public high school, and honestly, I'm not the kind of person who trusts easily. Like, I've had a few people I've been close with, but I've always been the quiet girl, the one who reads during lunch sometimes, you know the type. But last year, that changed. Because of her name was Eva. She transferred to our school at the beginning of sophomore year. The second she walked in, everyone noticed her. She was super confident, had that main character energy, wavy dark hair, killer eyeliner. And she always had something sarcastic to say. I didn't expect her to even notice me. I was invisible compared to her, but she did. We had biology together, and one day she forgot her pencil. I handed her one without thinking. She smiled and said, "You just saved my academic career." I laughed, and that was it. From that moment on, we were friends. We started sitting together in class. Then at lunch, she'd text me random memes at 1 a.m., and we'd joke about how terrible our school was. She introduced me to her favorite music, and we even binge-watched this horrible vampire show on FaceTime together. For once in my life, I felt like I had a real best friend, someone who actually wanted me around. But what I didn't know was that Ava had a very different reason for being friends with me. It started off small. Looking back, I should have noticed. She'd make these jokes about me like, "You're the cuttest awkward turtle I've ever met," or "If I ever become a serial killer, you'd definitely be my first victim because you'd never see it coming." I laughed it off because that's just how she joked, right? Then she started pushing boundaries. She'd ask really personal questions, like, "Do you have a crush on anyone?" Or "Have you ever done anything weird online?" At first, I thought she was just being curious. So I told her stuff I wouldn't tell anyone else, like how I used to get panic attacks in middle school, how I had this massive crush on this guy named Liam, who barely knew I existed, how I had body image issues and hated my smile. She listened. She never judged that, or so I thought. One day, I walked into school and everything felt off. People were looking at me, whispering. I got to my locker and saw something taped to it. A screenshot. It was a message I had sent to Eva late at night when I was feeling really down. I'd written, "Sometimes I feel like if I disappeared, no one would even notice." And now it was printed out, taped to my locker. In bold red marker, someone had written, "LOL, maybe try IT." I ripped it down. My hands were shaking. My heart was racing. Who would do that? I ran to the bathroom and cried in a stall. I didn't go to first period. I just sat there, numb. And then my phone buzzed. A text from Eva. "Oh my God, are you okay?" Who would even do that? I told her I didn't know. But inside, something felt off. She was the only person I'd sent that message to. I tried to let it go. Maybe someone had hacked her phone. Maybe she left it open and someone saw. But then it happened again. Someone made a fake Instagram account with my name. They posted embarrassing baby photos and random lies like how I snuck vodka into school or cheated on a test. Stupid stuff, but enough to make people laugh. I reported the account. It got taken down. Ava was furious. She said she'd help me find out who it was. She even claimed she had a list of people who might be behind it. That's when things started to really spiral. I was in English class one day when my teacher asked me to stay behind after class. She pulled out her phone and showed me an email she got from an anonymous account. It said I had been cheating in class, plagiarizing essays, and bullying another student. None of it was true, but she had to take it seriously. I walked out of that room in shock. I texted Ava immediately. Her reply, "Wait, what, girl? That's insane. Someone is really after you." And for some reason, that was the moment I knew that it was her. Not the screenshots, the fake Instagram, the email. Only she had access to all that information, no one else. So I did something I never thought I'd do. I tested her. I texted her a lie. I made up a fake story about how I kissed a guy at a party the weekend before, but it never happened. I wasn't even at the party. I sent the message. She replied instantly with "Oh my god, what?" Spill. I waited 2 days later. A fake Snapchat story popped up. Username, High School Screx. It was full of gossip about people at our school. And guess what was in it? A blurry, photoshopped image of someone who kinda looked like me kissing someone that looked like Liam. Caption. Guess who's not so innocent after all that, was it? I had proof. Only Ava knew that fake story. Only Ava could have done that. So I confronted her. I asked her to meet me in the library after school. She showed up, smiling, sipping a Starbucks, like nothing was wrong. I didn't waste time. I looked her in the eye and said, "Why are you doing this to me?" She blinked. "What are you talking about?" I showed her the screenshots, the fake post. The message I only sent to her. And then she did something that still haunts me. She smiled. Not like a nervous smile. Not a "I'm caught" smile. A cold one. Then she said, "I thought you were smarter than this." I stood there, frozen. She kept going. "You were a project." I was bored. You were easy. So desperate to have a friend. I wanted to scream, cry, run. Instead, I whispered, "Why?" And she said, "Because people like you always think you're safe. You let your guard down so fast." I wanted to prove how fake real friendship is. And I was right. Then she walked away, like she didn't just shatter me. I wanted to disappear. I didn't eat for 2 days. I didn't go to school. I just stayed in bed, replaying everything. All those memories, laughing on FaceTime, walking to class, trading secrets. All fake. But then, something unexpected happened. My mom noticed something was off. I broke down and told her everything. She helped me report it. We brought everything to the school: messages, screenshots, fake accounts. Ava was suspended. And when she came back, she wasn't the main character anymore. Word out, people distanced themselves. No one trusted her after that. As for me, I had to rebuild. It was hard. I kept wondering if people were laughing at me behind my back. But then something cool happened. One day, a girl named Tessa, who I'd barely talked to before, came up to me in the hallway and said, "Hey, what she did, that was messed up. If you ever need a real friend, I'm around." And for the first time in months, I felt like maybe things would be okay. So yeah, she pretended to be my friend for a year. She used me, lied to me, humiliated me, but I survived. And I learned something. Sometimes the people who smile the most are hiding the darkest intentions. And sometimes the people you ignore, people like me, can be stronger than anyone expects. If you're watching this and you've been hurt by someone you trusted, just know it's not your fault. Being kind isn't weakness, and the right people, they'll see your worth without needing to break you first.